Tesla goes to the well again for market money, GigaBerlin construction has a hiccup, Elon is officially a Texan, and more. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 637, recorded for December 13th, 2020. This show is brought to you by my supporter, Brad. Brad wants to encourage all of you to consider joining him as a supporter of Tesla Tidbits on patreon.com for as little as $1 a month. Let's join together to keep the Tesla Tidbits coming. Item number 1 this week is another stock offering coming from Tesla, and this news comes from Teslarati. The company decided to issue another $5 billion worth of shares to shore up the balance sheet even further than it already is. Tesla has $14 billion on hand at the moment, and according to Elon, it looks as though it will stay that way. According to @Delta1 on Twitter, Elon said that the cash infusion will be used to, quote, retire a lot of the debt and increase the security of the company, have more of a war chest, end quote. Tesla sold the $5 billion worth of shares in one day on December 9th, beating the previous record of selling $5 billion in shares in 3 days back in September. Item number 2 seems to be a quarterly tradition, but Elon has sent his message to Tesla employees to let them know their effort matters and the company needs a bit of extra effort to hit its year-end goals. From the message, quote, we are fortunate to have the high-class problem of demand being quite a bit higher than production this quarter. To ensure that we have the best possible outcome and earn the trust of the customers and investors who have placed their faith and hard-earned money with us, we need to increase production for the remainder of the quarter as much as possible. I would only send this note if it really mattered. By the way, please send me a note directly if you see ways to improve output but feel that your voice is not being heard, end quote. Tesla forecast 500,000 deliveries for 2020, but the shutdown of the factory for half of the second quarter definitely put a damper on achieving that goal. However, there is an outside chance they could still manage to do it. As of the end of quarter 3, the company had delivered 318,980 vehicles. It's an outside chance to be sure, but a chance nonetheless. We'll get our answer in about a month or so on whether they literally got the job done. Item number 3 this week comes from both pharris667 on Twitter, as well as Teslarati again. A tweet from pharris667 let us know that more tree clearing at the Berlin Gigafactory site have been halted after environmentalists claim cutting down more trees could endanger snakes in the area. However, it didn't take long for a Frankfurt administrative court to send the complainants packing, and Tesla has resumed clearing the site. This isn't the first environmental challenge to the company, but hopefully it will be the last, as Tesla has won on all occasions, at least thus far. Item number 4 is a close to the story from last week, where we found out that Elon may have been moving his personal residence to Texas, leaving California behind. That rumor was confirmed in an interview with the Wall Street Journal, which was brought to my attention by Tesla owner Silicon Valley. In the interview, Elon confirms the reasoning being that Starship production with SpaceX and construction of the Giga Texas plant for Tesla were the main reasons for the move. However, he took a moment at the end of the clip to imply that personal reasons may have been involved as well, comparing the state of California to a sports team that had become complacent after being a consistent long-time winner. Next up, courtesy of Ray for Tesla on Twitter, it looks like Giga Shanghai has a shot to help shove Tesla over that 500,000 delivery goal line for the year. Recent regulations in Shanghai around permission to drive in the city if you don't live in the city have spurred Tesla sales onward starting in October. Purchasing an EV exempts a driver from this regulation, and let's say that the result has been, significant. Tesla delivered 21,604 vehicles in November, up about 78% from October. The Model 3 alone was delivered to 6,846 owners in November, more than tripling its performance in October. Lastly, this week, I've got 2 stories for you that could affect your pocketbook, depending on your current Tesla situation. If you're already an owner with the enhanced autopilot package, but not full self-driving, Tesla Oracle reports that a discount is now running that would allow you to pick up the option for only $5,000 again, rather than the normal $7,000 that the option increased to after the recent price increase following the release of the full self-driving beta. So if you're wanting that sweet, sweet self-driving goodness, and you're one of the few in this situation, you've got an unknown amount of time to plunk down your credit card to save a couple thousand on the purchase. The other pricing situation you may want to know about is if you're looking to buy a new Model 3 or Model Y. Teslarati reports that if you want to buy an inventory Model 3 or Model Y to get that delivery on the books before the year is over, Tesla is granting the rare dispensation of unlimited free supercharging for the vehicle. However, unlike some of the other promotions involving free supercharging, this is not for the life of the vehicle. Instead, this is good for only 1 year. However, getting something for nothing is always good, so if an inventory car lines up for what you're looking for, why not get your car quicker and get the free cherry on top? I'd certainly cash in on the opportunity if I were in that situation, that's for sure. And that'll do it for this week's show. Thanks to all my patrons supporting the show at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. And as always, I have a special shout out to all the super patrons supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are Ryan Scarborough, Leah Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dorian Steve Guberman, Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse, Todd Sullivan, Mitch Long, Zortek LED Canada, Morven Ogg, Raymond and Deborah Malkowitz, T Sportline, Vicky Kirk, Ricky Johnston, Nathan Garza, Ed Patterman, and Sunil Joseph. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits and use the hashtag AskTeslaTidbits if you'd like your question to be considered for the show. Until next time, keep it charged and hit the road.